In this video, I'm going to talk about how you're going to integrate your quote sandwiches and create these supporting points. And supporting points can be combined into paragraphs, and paragraphs are combined into essays. So a supporting point is simply one of the blocks of information that you use to back up the claim that you make in your topic sentence. You had plenty of supporting points in your first essay, and you had those in the planner that we used in that first essay. So here was my planner, and I had a topic sentence, and I had a concluding statement, and then I had these supporting points. And in these supporting points, I stated my claim, I stated my supporting point, and then I backed up that point with my own explanations and examples. In this case, so that's how before we built the supporting points. We just had a sentence that stated the point and then explained it. Sentence that stated the point and then explained it. Now we're using the expert evidence, and we have to integrate that, and there is a formula or a recipe for doing that. And once you master this formula, you'll find it's very easy to assemble the academic paragraphs, because all that you have to do is follow the recipe. So here's the recipe. The recipe is in the second planner, the planner that you'll be using for this revision. In this little chart, I'm just going to draw the parallel for you. Your paragraph is still going to begin with a topic sentence, and it's still going to end with a concluding statement that restates that topic sentence. The difference is that instead of supporting points, as we saw before, where you just sort of put your own evidence and ideas in, we're going to structure it according to this recipe. So you're going to start with a sentence that states that first supporting point. Then you're going to put in your quote sandwich. Then you're going to explain to your reader how this quote sandwich relates to your point. And then you're going to go ahead and use all that explanation that you've already done. So what we're going to do is we're just going to add in this material. And in fact, this second part has really already been written. So what I'm going to do is fold in the quote sandwich. So I have my planner from last time. I'm copying my topic sentence. I'm opening the new planner, and I'm going to paste the topic sentence in. And then I'm just going to go back and forth doing the same thing, just copying and pasting the material from one planner to the next. So I went and I took my original planner, and I copied each of these points, the topic sentence and the concluding statement, into the next planner, the planner for this essay. So you can see, and what I did was I put the topic sentence in, actually it belongs right up here. So I started with I just pasted in each of the points into this green section. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my statement of the point. I've already done that, and I'm just going to move it right up here. Same thing here. And it's just, this was the material that I had come up with, so now I'm just sort of separating it out into the separate parts. And now I'm going to get my quote sandwiches, and I'm going to put them into the paragraph. So I'm going to go back over, and I had a quote sandwich about the study from Instagram, and I had a quote sandwich about the rise in depression. And here are my quote sandwiches. I've added them in now. And notice that I've just left this highlighting to remind you that there is the signal phrase right here. Then there is the quote itself, and then the in-text citation. So those are all the parts of the quote sandwich, and I have them here just as they belong. And the same thing down here. I've got the signal phrase, the quote, and the in-text citation. Okay, so now, actually, this sentence right here, the first sentence where I started explaining my ideas, works to help tie together the idea from the quote sandwich. So again, I can just move this up. This works as my analysis. And you saw that in the side-by-side comparison of the paragraphs. So same thing down here. This sentence that is sort of naturally bridges the quote and the further explanation. Down here, I don't have a quote sandwich for this last supporting point, so I'm just going to leave the paragraph like it is right now. And then, just as I did before, last time around, I'm just going to go ahead and copy this column. Oh, I lost it. Copying. And now here's my revised paragraph I pasted with no formatting. And I'm just taking out these extra unnecessary labels and line breaks. I'm going to just consolidate all of this by taking all that stuff out. My second supporting point. I'm just taking that label out. So here is my revised paragraph that incorporates the in-text citation. And I'm going to go ahead and check my length now. These paragraphs are going to be longer. One thing to remember is that in this case it's 361 words. One thing to remember is that the actual quote themselves don't count, the quoted words, but everything else does. The in-text citation, the signal phrase, all does count. So that's 50 words right there, 48 words, and then down here, this is my quote. I lost my first quotation mark, so that's another 26. So about 75 of those words were part of the quotation. So I could deduct that, and then I'm now down to about, I think it's 280 words that I just got to. So that is how we fold together, we integrate the in-text citation, and and that strengthens our paragraph. So you want to memorize this formula because you're going to be using it over and over and over again from now on. You're going to have a topic sentence, and then what I want you to remember is the formula for the supporting point. So it's a sentence stating the point, a quote sandwich, an analysis, a connection statement that tells me how that quote is connected to the point, and then my own elaboration, my examples, my explanations. Same thing again. State the point, quote sandwich, connect the quote sandwich to my point, elaborate with my own examples and explanation. And so that is what you're going to do in this revision of your essay. You're going to be able to use your same introduction and your same conclusion. You're going to use your body paragraphs, but you're going to integrate your quote sandwiches in this specific structure in order to make the new draft of your essay.